22nd, 1 week from this afternoon, scheduled to compete on the pro wrestling card will be a great array of wrestling talent to appear at the Capitol Center in the greater Washington metropolitan area. Scheduled 1 week from today, ladies and gentlemen, the likes of Quick Draw Rick McGraw getting a golden opportunity to become the Intercontinental Champion should he defeat Ken Patera. We shall see as well on the wrestling spectacular dynamic Pedro Morales squaring off against Sergeant Slaughter. And, ladies and gentlemen, as well, the tag team title match. Alpha Seek of the Samoans meeting Rick Martel and Tony Garea. And from there, Larry Zbyszko will tackle the World Wrestling Federation title holder, Bob Backlund, just 1 week from today. Our initial guest this week, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling.
McMahon, I don't know what makes you think Pedro Morales is dynamic. But if you think he's dynamic, you're going to see true dynamite in the personage of Sergeant Slaughter. The Sergeant knows what has to be done. He knows that Morales was a great champion at one time and that he's trying desperately to come back and use my Sergeant Slaughter as a stepping stone to bigger and better things. Well, Morales, that is the impossible dream, a dream that's going to be a nightmare for you.
Grand Wizard, one further word if we may have from you. Before the broadcast this week, you had a lot of boastful things, boastful comments indeed to say about the big cat Ernie Ladd in terms of his encounter with Mr. USA Tony Atlas.
McMahon, you're comparing a man who wrote football history, a man who was all pro, a man who is known as His Eminence the King of Wrestling, Ernie Ladd, against a mere sharecropping, cotton-picking musclehead without a brain. Atlas, flex all your muscles, make your poses, but practice laying down on your back, because that's the position that your master, the man who is better than you are, Ernie the Cat Ladd, is going to put you in.
The Grand Wizard. Our guest now, ladies and gentlemen, the World Wrestling Federation title holder, Bob Backlund. As Bob Backlund prepares just 1 week from today for your title defense.
Yes, this is going to be a tough match. You know, Larry Zbyszko is a man that I, at one time, had a lot of respect for. He did very well in high school and did very well at college at Penn State, and you know, he did very well in professional wrestling up until that day when he used a chair on his best friend. And I still have a lot of respect for him. Just because he did that doesn't mean that he still doesn't know how to wrestle. He's a very good wrestler, a great wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in professional wrestling today. But it put a different outlook on things, Vince McMahon. He's a man that I can't trust. I've got to watch him in the ring as far as his ability to wrestle, but yet you never know what this man's going to do, Vince. You never know if he's going to go out and pick up the steps and hit you over the head with him, or he's going to try to do a suplex on you and beat you that way. So it's not like wrestling a man like the Samoan. You know what they're going to do. But with Zbyszko, you don't know what he's going to do, and you can't trust him, and that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go in there and just be very careful of this man.
Thank you very much. Bob Backlund, the World Wrestling Federation champion, preparing to defend the title against the #1 contender. The Capitol Center, 1 week from today, Larry Zbyszko could have his shining moment of glory come true. So with that in mind, our guest now, the #1 contender, Larry Zbyszko.
How you doing, Vince?
Couldn't be better, and I suppose the same is true with you, Larry Zbyszko.
Yeah, well, I couldn't be better either. You know, I listen to Bob. I like to listen to Bob talk because it lets me know where Bob is coming from. See, and Bob doesn't know where he's coming from, so this is why I come out here and I explain it to all the fans. Bob said that until I hit Bruno with the chair, I was a very good wrestler. And then he quits. And then he tries to make me sound like some kind of a creep. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Backlund. I am not a creep. And I was a very good wrestler till I hit Bruno over the head with the chair. And now I am great. I am great, Bob. I am not just very good anymore. I am great. Great because I did what I had to do. And I'm not going to quit fighting for truth and justice just because some creep like you comes out here and mumbles some stuff to the fans about not, worrying about what I'm going to do. Well, you got all the right in the world to worry, Bob, because I'm going to do anything I can to beat you for that belt.